Into New Dawn. And we have a new banner to go through. Let's take a look, shall we? Oh, and there's a new event. Wind Chaser. Are there any requirements that I don't meet? You meet an adventurer named Honglong. Out in the wilds, he seems to be attempting to explore a strange domain. It, looks like I am eligible for that. And it's just on the border of Liyue and Mondstadt. Well, I'll have to check that out. Yes, and then Path of Gleaming Jade. Oh. Oh, I was already doing this, was I? Was I already logging in? I didn't realize there was an event. I'll gladly take this. Oh. Delicious, delicious intertwined fates. Oh, the new character that was on the, I think she might be on the banner this time, if I remember right. I'll be interested to try her out. I think we faced that, didn't we? Or something like it. In the Spiral Abyss. All right, let's get to the test run. Yeah. Wait. We don't have any... we only have one 4-star? Beto? That can't be right. Yeah, no. Oh, did they finally change it so that you don't do the test run for characters you have? I see. So we got Xiangling, love it. Barbara, I haven't actually used her, but I'm sure that'd be nice. And Beto, the pirate queen herself. All right, let's try them all out. I don't think I've ever actually done Beto's test run before. I don't think she's shown up on a banner for me. While holding her elemental skill, Beto will shield herself. Upon release, she will swing her great sword to deal damage. At least if I have, I don't remember her. Attacks absorbed by the shield increase the counterattack damage. Ah, so she's one of these. Her elemental burst summons her Thunder Beast's Targe. Actually, that sounds kind of familiar. While the Targe is active, normal and charged attacks will create a lightning discharge that can jump between opponents, dealing electro damage. So she's one of the fast claymores. I like the look of that claymore though. It's a nice aesthetic to me. And she's just with Kaya, interesting. You heavy drinker, are you, Beto? Oh, it's a royal greatsword. Okay. Yeah, I think those are, those show up in the shop, don't they? They gave her the Thundering Fury. Sea Beast Scourge. Upon the turbulent sea, the thunder arises. Summoner of Storm, Stunning Revenge. Crimson Tidewalker, and Bane of Evil. I'm not going to bother checking out the specifics of the constellations right now. Oceanborn. Pretty standard. Tidecaller. Nothing to worry about. Should anyone raise a hand against her or her men, she will avenge it tenfold with sword and thunder. I believe it. accumulating the power of lightning. Beto swings her blade forward fiercely, dealing electro damage. And then if she holds, lifts her weapon up as a shield, max damage absorbed, scales off max HP, of course. As always. Actually, I think Yunjin's was off defense. Attacks using the energy stored within the Great Sword upon release, or once this ability's duration expires, deal electro damage. The dealt scales with the number of times Beto is attacked and the skill's duration. Yeah, I feel like the enemies never want to attack me when I'm charging at counters. Understandable. I just wish they weren't so smart. It's probably actually a coincidence. The greatest damage bonus will be attained once the shield is triggered twice, or once this effect is triggered twice. Conquer the high seas, pursue the waves, and chase the storm. Okay. And then Stormbreaker. Recalling her slaying of the great beast Haishan, Beto calls upon the monstrous strength and the lightning to create a thunder beast's charge around herself, dealing electro damage to nearby opponents. When normal charged attacks hit, they create a lightning discharge that can jump between opponents. Actually, I don't think I have used her before. I think I was mixing her with the maybe Kujo. Increases the character's damage or character's resistance interruption. Maximum of 1 lightning discharge can be triggered per second. With a peal of thunder, Haishan is slain. Okay. Pretty high energy cost and long cooldown, but a pretty good duration as well. Alright, pretty standard simple attack.
Freeze!
Let's try holding it. Or not. It does have a nice and short cooldown, that's nice. Come on, attack me. Alright, alright. I failed to activate it. Damn it. Let's try that again. Come at me. You want to spin me? Yeah, it does decent enough damage, I suppose. So good for getting electro charge, it seems. At least it's kind of what it feels like it was doing there, even though they never had Hydro.
Eyes on me!
This moment will be frozen in time.
All right. I wonder if she's primarily supposed to be, if she's intended as a DPS or not. A primary DPS, that is. Ah, she uses a treasure hoarder. That makes sense. And the Noctilucous Jade. All right. Big Brother Albedo. Let's see what you're like. Albedo can lend great support to those in his party. His elemental skill creates a solar isotoma on the ground in front of him. Hold the skill button to designate its location. I can actually aim it? I seems so rare these days. Actually, I think Venti's burst is easier to aim than Sucrose's at the very least. When a character stands at the locus of the solar isotoma, a crystallized platform will lift them upwards. Interesting. When attacking opponents within the solar isotoma field, transient blossoms come into being before exploding, dealing AoE geo damage. Albedo's elemental burst deals AoE geo damage. The area in front of him. Okay. If a solar isotoma zone is nearby, his elemental burst will generate fatal blossoms within its perimeter that will attack opponents by exploding. Additional elemental orbs, yes. Interesting. And he is a sword user. Like that little bit sort of stab with the glyph there. Cinnabar Spindle. Cinnabar Cinnabuns. And he uses Husk of Opulent Dreams. I'm not exactly familiar with this one. I'm sure it's available to me, though. The Flower of Eden. Opening of Phanerozoic. Grace of Helios. Descent of Divinity. Tide of Hadin. And Dust of Purification. Interesting. Favonius Bladework. Weiss. Or Vice. Not terrible damage for a sword, I think. Not that I have something directly to compare it to at the moment. Abiogenesis. Solar Isotoma. The birth of life, huh? Albedo creates a solar isotoma using alchemy, which deals AoE geodamage on appearance. Has the following properties. When opponents within this isotoma field take damage, the solar isotoma will generate transient blossoms, right, which deal AoE geodamage. Scales off Albedo's defense. Transient blossoms can only be generated once every 2 seconds. Okay. When a character is located at the locus of the solar isotoma will accumulate geopower to form a crystallized platform that lifts the character up to a certain height. Only one crystallized platform can exist at a time. We could put Klee on there. That'd be perfect. Solar isotoma is considered a geoconstruct. Only one solar isotoma created by Albedo himself can exist at a time. That sounds like it would synergize well with Zhongli's scale. And holding just designates the location. The Geobloom has an unusual property mirrored in the aim of alchemy. To rise from the earth, soar into the sky, and become the sun. Not bad damage. Straight up 214% of defense. But only for the transient blossoms. For the rest of it, it's his attack, it seems. And it lasts a long time. With only a 4-second cooldown. So basically you can have 100% uptime. That's fantastic. Rite of Progenitor. Tectonic Tide. Under Albedo's command, geocrystals surge and burst forth, dealing AoE geodamage in front of him. The solar isotoma created by Albedo himself is on the field. 7 fatal blossoms will be generated in this solar isotoma field, bursting violently into bloom and dealing AoE geodamage. So Tectonic Tide damage and Fatal Blossom damage will not generate transient blossoms. Under Cryoprince's command, the tectonic tide of creation seethes into life. Good damage. Really low energy cost and low cooldown. relatively low cooldown. That's Albedo, you seem pretty damn good. Oh, right. What's your... I didn't check this for Beto, but what's your calcite might? Transient blossoms generated by abiogenesis deal 25% more damage to opponents whose HP is below 50%. Okay, nice. Using Rite of Progenitor, Tectonic Tide increases the elemental mastery of nearby party members by 125 for 10 seconds. Ooh, my. Let's see. Combine that with, let's see. Diona's maxed C6 burst. And I think there were... Maybe Sucrose had a elemental mastery bonus for people. And damn, that is a lot of sudden elemental mastery. When Albedo crafts weapon ascension materials, he has a 10% chance to receive double the product. Very nice. I'm looking forward to using you, Albedo.
Burst forth.
Oh yeah. This would be absolutely perfect for Klee. That doesn't... Oh, did they break the construct?
Come into being.
Yay. Good for getting plunging attacks too, I think.
Burst forth. Witness my great undertaking.
All right. Oh, wow.
Come into being.
You're toast! Boba, get them!
Moments of birth.
Just some good burst damage right there. He's a very, very good, like, sub DPS slash maybe semi-support, it seems. I think his skill would synergize really well with someone like Klee, who just lobs bombs at people. Yeah, that'd be great. Definitely need him for my Klee party, which I still need Klee for, but still. But I'm very interested in you, Nilo. I think of all the new Sumeru characters. She's one of the more interesting designs. Nelu's elemental skill will cause her to enter a special pirouette state. Oh? Allowing her to use unique hydro elemental dance steps. I was going to say, she kind of almost looks like a belly dancer or something. That will replace her normal attack and elemental skill, with her third dance steps type granting her different subsequent effects. Interesting. After she completes her third dance step, having the right elements in your party will cause her to grant all nearby characters the Golden Chalice's bounty, which will cause the dendro cores created by bloom reactions they trigger to become bountiful cores instead. So she synergizes really well with a dendro team. Makes sense, being she's Sumeru. Nilo's elemental burst will deal AoE hydro damage to nearby opponents, before dealing another instance of hydro damage to them after a short delay. Interesting. Very beautiful skirt. I love the headdress too. Is she eating? What are you eating there? Oh my god. That was kind of cute. The star of Zubair Theater. Okay, so she probably is a dancer. She's full of warmth and innocence, and her dances are lively and elegant. Maybe you should join Yunjin. You know, 2 theater stars. Oh, she's a... You know, I was kind of thinking Catalyst, but Sword? Alright. And Tenacity of the Millith, huh? Interesting. Dance of the waning moon, starry skies, their flowers rain, beguiling shadow step, fricative pulse, twirling light, and Frostbreaker's melody. Right, into the important stuff now. Dance of Samsur. Only 3 consecutive strikes. Okay, then. Dance of Haftkasvar. Enters the pirouette state, dealing hydro damage to nearby opponents based on her max HP. While she is in the pirouette state, Nilo's normal attacks and elemental skill will cause her to enter the sword dance. Which, I mean, this is her elemental skill, so that's interesting. Normal attacks and elemental skill will cause her to enter the sword dance and whirling steps stances, respectively. Okay. Causing damage she deals to be converted to hydro damage that cannot be overridden, that is considered elemental skill damage. Okay. These stances, Nilo's 3rd dance step. So, for example, the 3rd attack in her Dance of Samsur. Will end pirouette and has the following effects based on the type of said dance step. Sword Dance unleashes a luminous illusion that deals hydro damage to opponents it touches and grants Nilo the Lunar Prayer effect. This effect converts Nilo's normal attacks into sword dance techniques, and her final hit will unleash a luminous illusion. Wait, that's what we were just talking about, right? Okay. Whirling Steps, Nilo unleashes a whirling water wheel that deals AoE hydro damage and creates a tranquility aura that follows your active character around and applies wet to opponents within its AoE. Nilo is unable to perform charged attacks while under the effect of Pirouette or Lunar Prayer. These effects will be removed once she leaves the field. Daintily, her toes touch the water's face, and the light that ripples forth equals even the 7 heavens. Max HP scaling. Actually, that's really nice. So unlike a lot of these kinds of characters, since you basically always want this effect active, I imagine, she doesn't have split scaling for damage purposes. Unless the burst does. The Pirouette duration is 10 seconds. Lunar Prayer duration 8 seconds. Tranquility Aura duration 12 seconds. 18-second cooldown. Curious. We'll have to see how it works with the whirling steps, with the cooldown. The Dance of Abzendegi. Distant dreams, listening spring. Begins the dance of faraway dreams and springs that hear, causing a lotus of distant waters to bloom, dealing AoE hydro damage based on Nilo's max HP. Good. And applying the lingering Aeon effect to all opponents hit. After an interval, opponents affected by lingering Aeon will take hydro damage. We've never witnessed that distant dream, but this dance can bring it to life. Huh. I was going to say not that much damage, but I mean, it is the max HP, I suppose. But your max HP can get really high, especially if you're building for it. Pretty high energy cost and pretty high cooldown, though. Court of Dancing Petals. When all characters in the party are all Dendro or Hydro. An entirely Hydro-Dendro party. That'd be interesting. And there are at least one Dendro character and one Hydro character. Wait. I mean, if they're all Dendro or Hydro, obviously there's going to be at least one Dendro and one Hydro. The completion of the third dance stipple of Nilo's Dance of Hafkarsvar will grant all nearby characters the Golden Chalice's bounty for 30 seconds. Characters under the effects of Golden Chalice's bounty will increase the elemental mastery of all nearby characters by 100 for 10 seconds whenever they are hit by Dendro attacks. Also triggering the bloom reaction will create bountiful cores instead of Dendro cores. Such cores will burst very quickly after being created, and they have larger AoEs. Bountiful cores cannot trigger Hyper Bloom or Burgeon, and they share an upper numerical limit with Dendro cores. Bountiful cores damage is considered damage dealt by Dendro cores produced by Bloom. I'm sure all the Dendro effects will become clear once I actually start using Dendro, but should the party not meet the conditions for this passive talent, any existing Golden Chalice's bounty effects will be cancelled. Fair enough. Every 1,000 points of Nilo's max HP above 30,000 will cause the damage dealt by bountiful cores created by characters affected by Golden Chalice's bounty to increase by 9%. Nice! The maximum increase in bountiful core damage that can be achieved this way is 400%. Jeez! Damn, Nilo! When perfect cooking is achieved on food. Okay. Dancing. Alright. Let's begin our challenge. Start with just a normal attack. Oh, I like that. It's a shame her cooldown is so long. Now she has, whatever those are. Let's see if we can't get an idea. They appeared, I think, with... Or are they from her, artifacts? No. I don't think so. Or her weapon. Okay, yeah, I think that's from the Grant Him effect. Okay, so when you do the elemental skill, you have the choice of continuing to press your elemental skill for that dance in it. Okay, that makes more sense. Let's try the burst. Actually, let's get the next, and that lasts a little longer too.
Just like we rehearsed. Fly! Positions.
Yeah, it makes more sense. If I had to guess, I would think she's supposed to be a DPS. Come on, I want to... Yeah, she becomes much stronger. That was interesting. Did it actually trigger multiple times, the dance there?
Dance with the waves.
Just a straight up,
My strength.
yeah? Straight up large burst like that. Yeah, the dance can keep going. That's interesting. I was under the impression that it,
All eyes on me.
will only work once. Alright, I want to try the Nitesco version again. See if that one can be used. Actually, I don't think that one can be used multiple times.
Try this on Positions.
Yeah, no. But fantastic for applying Hydro to everyone around her.
Dance with the waves. Just like we rehearsed.
And her synergization with little Cole there is fantastic, because Cole's just a sweetie, isn't she? Well, I can say for sure that I want her. But once again, as always, feel like I should prioritize the person I can actually immediately use, since it'll be a while before I go to Sumeru. And I'll have more chances to get Nilo down the line. Meanwhile, I'm still eagerly pursuing Klee, which means getting Albedo now wouldn't be a bad idea. Shall we try? Alright, we're going to try for Albedo. Who knows, maybe we'll get really lucky. Also, who knows, maybe we'll max out our Xiangling. What's our 4-star? Ah, Beto. I think that is my first Beto. Nope, no Albedo. I'm not that lucky. Oh, another stringless. You know, I was just thinking I wish I had another one. With that in mind, I'm not going to use this for refinement. I have other people who could use one besides Fischl. Alright, who we got? Ah, Xiangling. Wonderful. I'm not sure what your actual constellation is at right now, but... And one more. And nothing. Alright. Not exactly surprising. Yeah, why not? We have 2. Oh. Yeah, I have perception. I have a bunch of those, I think. Alright, that's that. I wish I could get both of you. I wish you both had like 10% drop rates or something. 20%. Oh, 30. Then I could probably get both of you easily.
All just for show. Just smile and nod along. I was forced to learn all of the rules by heart. But even I...
Shangling. Oh, she's almost there. Guoba mad. Yes, please. So if I remember right, Slow Bake was the really good one that extends the duration of her burst. Yeah. It's the condensed Pyronado. Oh, yeah. That's pretty good. Pyro damage bonus for 15%. For, I don't know, whatever the Pyronado duration was. It's like 6 seconds, maybe. Or, no. Actually, is this duration accounting for the 40% increase? If not, then it's 14 seconds now. But that seems longer than it actually is. Oh. Hello? Yeah. I don't know when I got that. Beto. Oh, what was your Retribution Lightning Storm? Counter attacking with Tide Caller at the precise moment when the character is hit grants maximum damage boost. Oh, so timing your counter. I wonder how precise it needs to be, but I mean, obviously there has to be some window of error there. And then Lightning Storm. Gain the following effect for 10 seconds after unleashing Tide Caller within its maximum damage bonus. Her damage from normal attacks is increased, and her attack speed is increased. And reduces the delay before she starts her charged attacks. That's nice. Yeah, not everybody is as quick with the charged attacks as Eula. Oh, and swimming stamina. That one makes sense. Alright, though.
Don't take them that seriously.
Well, obviously I'm going to do that event, but that'll be for a bonus episode, I think. For now, what should we do next? Do we have any pressing quests to take care of? A teapot called home? Yeah, I'd say that's been pressing for a long time. Be a good lead-in. Justice for book's sake. Whose is that? Bookworm Swordsman. It was triggered by Lisa's story quest. Well, we'll worry about that later. For the moment, we have a teapot called home. Time to get our teapot. Right, she's still in the same spot. Looks like it. Could I just fly down from here? I think I can.
Time to scout.
Ah, Leo Harbor. Truly beautiful. Hey there, Madam Ping.
Ah, children, come, come. You've arrived at just the right moment. I've been looking for you.
We are more than happy to drop by.
Oh, what is it, Granny? Need any help?
Oh, no, no. You've done so much for Liyue Harbor already.
Yeah,
I could hardly
it's our
ask
pleasure.
for more. In fact, my old friends and I have been putting our heads together to think of what sort of gift we might give
Oh?
you in return.
How is Mooncarver doing?
A gift? For Paimon?
I only did as I should. You're too kind.
Oh, child, you are so very modest. Uncommonly so, even. But you mustn't decline this gift. I simply won't allow it.
Don't worry, I had no plans on it.
When you traversed my old teapot in search of the cleansing bell, I heard your little friend mention that you often camp out in the wilds.
We don't actually do a lot of sleeping.
That simply won't do. Especially since I imagine you still have a very long journey ahead of you.
Oh, yeah. We are barely scratching the surface of this journey so far.
Fortunately, I have not yet grown so old as to see my subspace creation abilities atrophy.
Oh, just casual. A casual goddess of space. What's subspace creation?
Oh, did my friends never mention that to you? Well then, it is a blessing we old folks once received from Rex Lapis.
Oh.
Part of our illumination, if you will.
So you're saying all old folks in Liyue can bend space to their wills?
I will not go into too much detail, but subspace creation is the ability to create a small, autonomous pocket world.
What kind of abilities are you granting your followers there, Zhongli?
The teapot that you entered previously was a little trinket created using that ability.
A trinket, you say?
So, in the eyes of an adeptus, creating a magic teapot world is just child's play, huh?
Seems to be that way.
Oh, indeed, the
Yeah, it's
teapot
actually-
is nothing to boast of. One such as myself must depart from this realm to create a world of one's own. Rex Lapis, on the other hand, moved mountains and seas.
Right.
That is what one might call an exercise of true power.
Yeah. As I say, it's not actually that surprising. I mean, we've seen all the Adeptus create their own little pocket spaces.
But that's enough nostalgia for now. The gift that I have prepared for you just requires a few final materials to add the
With
finishing
how
touch.
just seemingly impossibly powerful Rex Lapis was at his height, I have to wonder if it was even possible for Naya to get their hands on his gnosis involuntarily. What are the missing materials?
That's right! Finding stuff's what we're good at, after all.
Yeah.
Oh, settle down now, children. There's no need for you to go running hither and thither. I have already found a fleet-footed youngster to prepare what I need.
Oh? Who?
What's more, I doubt that you would know how to find the materials I am searching for. Some of them are very rare indeed these days.
And what are those, if I might ask? I'll be the judge of that.
Well, for starters, I require some shimmer soil from the banks of Dihua Marsh. Back in the day, it could only be found where the glazed lilies thrived most profusely.
Oh, wow. That sounds beautiful. I mean, I can head to Dihua Marsh, but I've never seen any shimmer soil.
You would have to dig downward, following the roots of the glazed lilies. And if you were lucky enough, You just might find a small patch of shimmer soil there.
Maybe it is best we leave this to someone else.
But almost no one has been able to find shimmer soil in this manner since Dihua Marsh came to be the way it is today.
As in, a marsh?
Even more difficult to find is Smaragdus Jadeite, which must be chiseled from the rock of the chasm. Or so it used to be. Ever since the Blackcliff Forge opened for business, they've slowly but surely stripped the mines all but completely bare of it.
Damn.
In any case,
Also, that would have been the first
Smaragdus
mention of the
Jadeite
chasm,
is
wouldn't
an
it?
Adepti treasure, and the adeptal power within is not something that most humans can withstand. Extended contact with it is, in fact, harmful to humans.
Well, Paimon's Paimon, and I'm not exactly human, I don't think. Or at least no ordinary human.
Goodness knows if that child will succeed in finding these items.
Who is this child? Is it one of the Adeptus?
Well, since you're an Adeptus, Granny, the person you asked for help, they must be an Adeptus too, right?
That was my thought, Paimon.
Yes. I suppose she does count as an Adeptus.
She counts? How come
Wait,
there are
could
so
this
many
be,
Adepti in Liyue Harbor? We seem to bump into them all the time. It feels like even when you go out to eat, you could be sitting next to an Adeptus and never even know it.
Yeah. Could this be, Shenhe? Let's think of characters we haven't run into yet.
Oh, maybe so. Who can say? A fair few of my old
Adeptus,
friends are rather fond of mundane mortal life, after all.
I'm back, Granny.
Oh? No, that's not Shenhe.
Oh, I don't believe we've met.
Ah, allow me to do the honors.
Oh!
This child here is Yen Fei. She's the one helping run some errands for me.
Wait. Yanfei, you're an Adeptus?
Yen Fei, I believe you've already heard of the traveler and her traveling companion.
I mean, she would be perfect for finding, those unique materials. I've been wondering. I was kind of surprised I hadn't run into her at all. It's good to see you.
Of course, who hasn't? Much has been written about you in the Millilith's records.
Oh, yeah?
You became one of Liyue's most wanted after the Millilith marked you as a suspect following the incident at the Rite of Dissension.
Right.
After which, you fought off the Millilith at Julian Karst and made contact with the Fatui.
So if they had captured me, could I have counted you to mount a strong legal defense in my, for me?
Before finally defeating an ancient god together with Granny and her associates, and subsequently being cleared of any and all suspicion by the Chiseng. What a shame.
A shame? What, because you didn't get to, didn't get a trial?
A shame that we didn't meet sooner.
Oh. I agree. I fully agree.
If we had, well, I can't say that I would have been able to clear you of suspicion immediately, but it certainly would have been less, embarrassing for you. Allow me to introduce myself once more. I'm Yanfei, a legal advisor. Got a legal problem? You can come right to me.
Hashtag not legal advice?
Oh, yes. Here's my business card. You'll find it has my contact details and office address. Keep it handy.
Are you implying that I'm going to get into more legal trouble?
If you have an urgent issue, just leave me a note at this address. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, I offer a very generous discount for first-time customers.
Oh, I thank you. I love her hat.
All right, Yen Fei, all right. Let's get to the business at hand. I do not think these two are in any dire need of legal assistance at the moment.
Not at the moment. Still better safe than sorry. But seriously, Yanfei, you have a you either are or have a connection to the Adeptus?
You'll have to excuse Yanfei. She's always been like this. Ever the talkative one when it comes to her own affairs.
Are you really an Adeptus?
Paimon was gonna ask the same question. You seem really different from the ones we've met before.
Maybe like half Adeptus?
An Adeptus? I guess. Kinda. My old man said he was one anyway.
Huh. 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 She's part Adeptus.
He mentioned that he once campaigned with Rex Lapis for a long old time, and then after that was all over, he went back and married my mom.
That's a nice little story.
They had me, and once I was all grown up, the two of them upped and left on a journey, leaving me with Granny here.
At least they waited till you were grown up. Okay.
Well, that's a bit casual for an Adeptus. Aren't you guys supposed to sign solemn contracts to protect Leo at Harbor and all that stuff?
I
What do you
mean,
mean he just went back to get married?
I'm sure Yanfei is all about those legal contracts. But, I mean, she's only part Adeptus, and I don't think she has a responsibility to take part in all that if she doesn't want to.
Well, my dad did say that he'd talked it through with Rex Lapis, and that he was fine with it. Even contributed towards the wedding gift, apparently.
Wow. A wedding gift from Rex Lapis himself. You know it was expensive. Seeing as how Rex Lapis has no concept of value.
Anyway, let's not dwell on that too much. So, Granny, I've gotten a hold of most of the stuff you asked for, except for Smaragdus Jadeite. I couldn't find any at all.
Damn.
Is that so? But Smaragdus Jadeite is really rather essential.
Well... Any substitutes?
Yanfei, are you sure you can't find some other way? They have helped Liyue greatly after all. It is only right that they are duly rewarded.
I am all for it, Madam Ping, but if it isn't there, it isn't there.
I know, Granny, you've told me 1,000 times already. Well, the chasm's definitely a no-go. But
Right.
there's still a chance we can figure out some alternative means of procurement.
Definitely no-go since it wasn't even released when this quest came out.
Hold on a moment. Let me have a look.
That is a big book of laws. Look on Paimon's face. She's like, oh no. I don't have to read that, do I? Oh no.
Whoa, that's a really thick book. What kind of things do you write in there?
It's probably all legal codes.
Commercial consultancy.
Oh,
Or...
Never mind.
Or... Snezhnaya. Ah, found him. Krusel. A Snezhnayan merchant who once came to me with some legal
Oh.
queries on certain articles in the legal codices.
I think I might have
If
seen
my
him.
memory serves, all of them had to do with rare ores.
Well, I've seen a number of Snezhnayan merchants. I don't remember if their name was Krusel or not. But I think I've run into an ore merchant before.
He mentioned that he was considering acquiring some Smaragdus Jadeite to make hairpins, and wanted to know if there were any legal ramifications that he should be aware of. Said he was planning to sell them in Snezhnaya. So, I guess I'll go look for him. With any luck, he'll have gotten his hands on some Smaragdus Jadeite, or might have an idea of where we can find some.
Oh, we'll come with you. I want to hang out with Yanfei.
Oh, you want to join me? I suppose that's no problem, but it's best if you just stand by and watch. If you try to get involved, you'll only risk placing yourself in legal jeopardy.
Well, we wouldn't want that. But then you would get to, we would get to hire your services, so maybe we do want that.
Wow, an Adeptus imploring us to avoid incurring legal liability. That's a first for sure.
It really is, isn't it? She's part Adeptus, Paimon. Part Adeptus.
Best we be a little more careful than usual while we're with her.
That's true. All right. Let's go find Krusel. so many world quests. Yeah, I think this is the guy I was thinking of. Or one of them. Maybe it was Ivanovich.
Hello, Mr. Crossell. How's business been?
Oh, good, very good. All thanks to your advice, Miss Yanfei. What brings you here today?
You're too kind. I was simply doing my job. Now, I believe that the last time we met, you mentioned that you were looking to source some Smaragdus Jadeite to make hairpins. Have there been any further developments on this front?
Have there?
Well, yes. As a matter of fact, in the end, I did acquire a small piece of Smaragdus Jadeite and had it fashioned into a pair of hairpins.
Can I buy those hairpins?
Miss Yanfei, might I presume that you have an interest in the hairpins? I must apologize. I've already rented them out to a lady named Zhi Qiao. If you'd like to inspect them, you may have to wait quite some time.
Zhi Qiao, huh? I don't know the name.
Wait, isn't Smaragdus Jadeite really rare? Aren't you worried about the hairpins getting damaged or lost while they're being rented out?
No, I'm not worried in the slightest, because I signed a contract with Miss Zhi Qiao before renting them to her.
Makes sense. Very smart.
The contract makes it quite clear that if she loses or damages the item in question, she must compensate me for its full original value. In return, I included a clause that guarantees the Smaragdus Jadeite is genuine, with a penalty of 10 times the item's value payable by me to Miss Zhi Qiao in the event that it is shown to be a fake.
Wow. That shows either some confidence that it's real or that no one can tell. No ambiguities there.
Guaranteed genuine, with 10 times the value payable if this claim is shown to be false. Yes, these terms are very clear indeed.
Of course. This way, both the client and I have the assurance we need. To ensure fairness, each of us has retained an original copy of the contract.
You know where she is now.
In that case, might you know where Miss Zhi Qiao lives? We'd like to pay her a visit and have a look at the hairpins.
Oh, of course. She wrote her address down when we signed our contract. Here, I'll mark it on your map for you.
Are you in the habit of giving away your customers' personal information, Crossell? Not that I'm complaining or anything.
Thanks a lot, Mr.
It's
Crossell.
very, very
we'll
useful.
be off now.
He was quite amiable and helpful. It's good that he has a nice working relationship with Yanfei.